responsible for keeping the memory of those who are still missing in action throughout all the wars. Most recently, there are still some missing. There are many missing in action from Vietnam. And there are those of us who have relatives, who have friends, who have neighbors. So flying the POMIA flag underneath the American flag, it is a federal order. It is a county order. It's a state order. And now it's certainly appreciated. It is a City of Mount Vernon order. And we're thankful to you, Mayor Davis, and to you, Yana Edwards, who are certainly the leaders in this wonderful city. I had the privilege of representing the City of Mount Vernon on the county board when I was first elected to the County Board of Legislators, but I've always kept my heart and my soul in Mount Vernon and continue to work with the veterans, with the police, with the fire department, with whomever we have to make sure that the legacy continues. Thank you.
A lot of you don't know these gentlemen, and you read the paper about a fallen politician, and often you don't hear about people of the ilk that these young men are. So let's put our hands together for the leadership.
18 with 53 years experience.
Okay, here's the man of the hour. And he came to me, and you know, some things are heavy lifting in politics, but this one was one of the lightest lifting things that we could do. And we immediately understood that what our obligations were, and we eagerly accepted that, and the council passed legislation that permitted us to be here. But you were the impetus, and we want to thank you very much for caring. We need more people like you who always will remember. Thank you. Congratulations. Welcome.
I'd like to say a few words. As you can see, I'm nervous. Good morning, everyone. My name is Salvatore Manastra, and I'm here to thank Mayor Davis and City Council for passing the resolution for the POWMIA flag. To be flown under all American flags in the city of Mount Vernon. This city has recognized their sons and daughters. Who bravely fought for the country in time of need. Prisoner of war, missing in action. These are your brothers and sisters who sacrificed their lives for your Many of them will not be coming home. Mayor Davis, I donate these flags as a reminder that all the people of Mount Vernon may honor and respect these veterans. Each time they look at these flags, let me say, no other flag has the honor or the right to fly under any American flag except this one. Again, I thank you and the council for honoring the sons and daughters of the great city of Mount Vernon.
If nothing else, if we leave with nothing else from this event, I hope we leave with a debt of gratitude to understand that we are inextricably intertwined with our veterans. We should reaffirm the belief and the obligation to meet them when they come back, not just with rhetoric, but with support. I was at the soup kitchen a couple of years ago, and there was a veteran, and people didn't know. All they saw is somebody come in, and you're making some assumption that this person is just falling on his luck. This young man I knew was a Purple Heart. So, congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Is there anybody from the Veterans Organization who want to say something?
Come on, David Hall.
I've never heard a veteran that didn't want to say something.
Yes, I would like to say something there. This is a very, very important thing here with this POWMIA flag, because there's so many veterans that I know that used to know that didn't make it, didn't come back. And this is a blessing. And I want to thank you for the flag, for giving us the resolution for the flag, and my comrade, Vietnam vet over here, Johanna, I thank you. Thank you for everything.
Yeah, you want to say something?
Yeah. As a returnee from Vietnam, I understand the POW and the missing in action. Knowing that those brothers never got back here to see this particular event happening right now. And as a returnee, knowing that we still are struggling as veterans to, why should we be in soup kitchens when we need to be recognized as citizens of the United States, as warriors that fought for this great country?
We often are critical, and we should be, of the news for not covering events that we think are worthwhile. And I want to thank Channel 12 for coming out. And of course, we have our perennial Joe Parisi, who is so popular he had to hire somebody else to help us. We think these things are important. We see so much negative stuff. And what I see my job as is trying to bring some reason and some stability, especially to our leaders, and understand that we're connected. A lot of people think they just great by themselves. Nobody helped me do anything. Well, that's a fool. But the only way you're going to erase that is we have to create fertile ground for new leadership. And you create fertile ground by having an attitude of positiveness and setting standards for people who would come into office, and let them know that there is a decorum and people are watching you. People are watching you, what you say and what you don't say. And so Mount Vernon is going to change for the better. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
It's respect, and it's honor for those who gave their lives so that we get to have a productive life here. I think too often we don't respect the veterans. We give lip service, but we don't take care of them when they come back. We have to know that these people put their life on the line, and so that we could have our holidays, we can gaiety in our lives. And they come back wounded, and both emotionally and physically. And a country, to me, is judged by what it does for the least of us. And so we just want to make our little contribution of recognition that we respect the lives that were put on the line for us. And that's what it means for me.
Where's the flag going to be flown?
It's going to be flown right under, well, a flagpole right out.
Oh, right out in front then?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Obviously, I mean, it's right out front. What do you hope people think about when they pass that flag?
I hope they ask questions, and the ones who don't know, I hope they ask questions. And I hope that the citizen will explain to, especially our children, just how the sacrifices that were made so that we can be where we are. Too often, especially Americans, we take things for granted, and we do it at our own peril. And a people that doesn't respect the sacrifices cannot last. So we hope that this will be a reminder that freedom is not free.
Absolutely. I also wanted to ask you real quick, you heard that your good friend Andrew O'Rourke passed away.
Oh, no. Oh, geez. Yeah. Andy O'Rourke was a good friend. I had heard that he was in Calgary, and he was a great leader. He had a great humility and humanity. When Herman Keith and I were the first African Americans on the board, he called us up to the office, and you know how Irish. Did you see the pictures of him? Nobody looks more Irish than he does. But he wasn't fully Irish. His mother was Indian. He says, us black guys got to stick together. I said, what is he talking about? And so, and he had a sense of humor. One of the most likable officials that I've ever met. I saw him fairly recently, and he looked okay. But I heard that things turned for the worst. There's nothing they could do. I'm sad to hear that.
Tell me what sort of legacy he's leaving behind.
I think he was an elected official that, for instance, he was a Republican, but he stayed in Mount Vernon a lot. So people say, well, you're never going to win Mount Vernon. He said, I know that, but I keep the numbers down. He was pragmatic, affable. When he walked in the room, it lit up. And you never got the sense that he was going to put a knife in your back. His word, he kept. There's another story. He was going through a divorce, and he thought he was going to go to the federal bench, so he called us up. And Herman and I, he said, look, you guys and I got along great. Anything I can do, please let me know. And I said, well, I don't think you're going anywhere. He said, well, now. I said, if your wife has anything to do with it, this is not going to work. And it didn't. But he's the kind of guy you can talk to. You never were intimidated by it.
Nice to finally meet you.
Thank you very much. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, I look forward to chatting with you in the future. This is Ken.
Yes, you can. It looks like you've been working out a little bit.
A little bit.
I got to go to the gym.
I'll see you in
Put me in the shade.
Whatever, you're in good shape already.
Take care.
All right.
Take care.
Have a good day.
Bye-bye.